I think you probably gather that it's been probably one of the best business decisions that I've made in the past 5 years. I think we were very aware that we needed to scale the business up. We didn't have the systems and processes and actually the experience to scale it up. I think with anything in life, you know, whether you're running a marathon or training for a marathon or whatever, training needs to be constant. It can't just be, you know, piecemeal. And I wanted to build a long-term relationship with someone that could come into the business, assess the business, but train the senior leadership team to take us to the next level over a longer period of time. Initially, the fact that Jeff has some experience with the joint venture partner model or franchise model was a massive positive from my perspective. He got it from day one. I didn't have to sit for an hour and explain what our model was, and he understood the challenges that we were going to face as we scaled up because he'd done that journey already. And Jeff coached myself for probably a quarter. And then we came to the kind of conclusion that it was probably better that he coached the whole of the senior leadership team as opposed to just me. From that point forwards, they're totally on board with it. And you know, I think if we were to say, right, we're going to stop having a coach, I think there'd be a mutiny, frankly. Having a business coach, you know, we can have some difficult conversations. He's definitely helped us with kind of a fear of conflict. And actually, I think as an SLT team, he's helped, you know, with retention inside the SLT team because they all feel like they've been invested in, which they are. And I think they've all gained from that. I think the first thing that Jeff did was bring in a culture of having some vision, mission and values, and we've utilised that as the foundation and framework over the past 3 years to shape the business and move it forwards in the direction. And I think the next thing he brought in was, you know, building systems and processes as well as being able to train people to manage these systems and processes. I think that's been absolutely key for maintaining good, strong, healthy margins, but actually moving the business in the right direction. I think one of the biggest elements has been able to measure marketing and the ROI that we've been getting on marketing. We hadn't historically done sort of A/B testing in regards to marketing and measuring it, and I think that was been a big step change in the business. And I've just been talking to our coach this morning about that. You know, from a EBITDA, a gross margin, the 5 ways. You know, I can't emphasise enough how staggering the results have been for us at Amplify. Monumental, significant, extraordinary. I think most definitely the senior leadership team has seen me as probably a bit more of a more balanced leader. Can kind of look at both sides of an argument, much better balance now. And I'm quite a driven individual, and maybe he's helped me taper that back somewhat, so I don't work 14 hours a day anymore, work 9 hours a day. So he's probably gone the other way for me. Yeah, you know, we've got good strong growth plans for this year and leading all the way out to 2030, where, you know, we think we're going to 10x the business in actually what in reality is a quite short space of time. And the implementation of objectives and key results, which Jeff introduced us to, has been able to give us visibility of that moving forwards.